Good evening and thanks for joining me. I'm Anthony Antoine. Now to your news at 6. Well, Houston police took a top 10 most wanted fugitive off the streets. His name, John Dixon, and he's accused of shooting his neighbor while he and his younger brother were burying their family pet. Fox 26's Jonathan Mejia has been on this story from the beginning. He's joining us now live. And Jonathan, you spoke to the victim and his family. What did they have to say?
That's right, Anthony. Well, the Menchaca family tells me that they want to see the criminal justice system do its job, and they do not want to see John Martin Dixon out of jail.
I feel a tad bit sense of relief, but in all honesty, to clear up everything, I feel numb. I can't feel joy. As I mentioned earlier, none of this should have happened to begin with.
John Dixon was wanted for allegedly shooting his neighbors, Emmanuel Menchaca and his younger brother, while they were burying their pet guinea pig. The reason for the shooting is still unknown. Dixon is now charged with aggravated assault, and District Attorney Sean Tier says Dixon could face a maximum of 20 years in prison.
I asked the district attorney to really see this case thoroughly, to give, my boys the justice that they deserve, give this person, the charges that he needs to face. You
typically try to ensure that you have the best charge and the best case before you get it into the court system. And so that was really what happened here. We needed to ensure that we had ballistics, because eyewitness testimony is very important and wonderful, but you always want to be able to corroborate it with physical evidence.
The shooting took place July 17th, but a warrant for Dixon's arrest wasn't filed until August 9th, leaving the Menchaca family with more questions than answers.
We were able to make sure that we had the strongest case we could have before we charged and went forward. And so that's the real message. It's too slow. It is always too slow for our victims and our survivors, but we've also got to balance that with making sure that we have cases that we can file and go forward with.
Well, now I feel like I don't have to worry about if he's still out there, if he's still going to come back, or if he's living next door next to my family. Now I feel like I could trust, the people that are dealing with this case.
All right, Jonathan, so we know Emmanuel, he had plans, to move on with his life and go to San Antonio, hopefully start college. So is that still the plan, or have things changed now because of this incident?
Yeah, so that's part of the plan. He moved to San Antonio, but instead of starting in the fall, he has to start now in the spring. And he's attending a community college out there in San Antonio because he's part of a program where if he makes all B's his first year, he'll get into UT San Antonio. And he tells me that he wants to get into business as a career move. Reporting live out here in downtown, Jonathan Mejia, Fox 26 News.